Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I really appreciate your time. Thank you for watching. January 20th, 2017, just a couple of weeks away. We all know what that is. It's the inauguration day of Donald J. Trump as the 45th President of the United States of America. He has what pretty much no other president has had the day they walk into office, and that is the opportunity to drastically change the federal judiciary outlook almost immediately. When George W. Bush left the presidency 8 years ago and President Barack Obama took over, there were 54 vacancies in the federal judiciary. Now that's a lot, but it pales in comparison to the amount that Donald Trump is going into office with. There are 103 federal vacancies in the federal court system right now, and some of them have been termed judicial emergencies, meaning that the seat has been vacant for a year or more. Not to mention that he has the one shining star appointment for the United States Supreme Court to replace Justice Antonin Scalia, who was probably the biggest Second Amendment supporter in recent history. So the opportunity facing the Trump-Pence administration to reshape the federal outlook as far as, conservative or liberal for law is huge. I had to, sorry. Now, federal judiciary appointments are lifetime appointments, so there are 103 vacancies right now, not to mention the tons of vacancies that come up throughout the 4 or 8 year term that every president has. Now, I mentioned the judicial emergencies. There are 38 of those right now as I'm recording this, and 7 of them are in Texas alone. And somebody watching this who might have a liberal point of view is going to say, they're blocking Obama, it's not the right thing to do. And I want you to hear this stat. During Obama's 8 years as president, the Senate has confirmed more of his appointees, 329 to be exact, than they had for George W. Bush during his 8 years, in which 326 were confirmed by the Senate. So in the last 8 years, there's been a ginormous push towards the left, and right now the Trump-Pence administration has a significant opportunity to bring the country back towards center almost immediately. Now, when Obama took office, only one of the 13 federal district court systems had a Democratic majority. And as he leaves office in a couple days, 9 do. So that's a big swing. I mean, that doesn't sound like a lot of numbers, but as far as federal court cases, that's huge, huge. That's an additional 8 districts around the country that are now liberal. So they typically hear cases involving, guns or immigration and stuff like that, major federal cases. And what would have gone one way prior to the Obama administration, 8 more have gone towards the left. Now, Russell Wheeler, who is an expert in judicial nominations and the whole process, has predicted that by mid-2020, Republican appointees would hold about half of the 673 judicial seats. Now, that's on the federal district level. And that's opposed to right now where they only hold 34%. And in the 179 circuit court judgeships, meaning there's 179 circuit court judges, the Democrats right now hold 51% of those seats. And it's predicted that that could fall to 43%, so that you can see that the Trump administration has a huge impact, and an opportunity right now to change the scope of the country. And if you are a constitutionalist, a true libertarian, however you want to term it, if you love the country, if you love the Constitution, and you like the way it was intended to be, this is good news. Now, of course, that doesn't mean that all of these judgeships that are open as we speak are going to be a lock set pick. They do have to go through the process in the Senate to be, first they're appointed by the president, and then they need to have a vote in the Senate to confirm. And that can go either way sometimes, depending on the appointee, depending on their history and which way they vote, etc. But that's a lot of judgeships in a very short period of time. I mean, walking in the door, he has to fill 103 federal judgeships. And that doesn't even include all of the state-level judge openings there are. If you follow elections, there was a large amount of Republicans that won, governor seats, and they appoint the state level. So we could have a lot of movement back towards where we should be, and that is a good thing, especially coming from my former career as a police officer, and I spent a lot of time in courts, and I saw the way things went sometimes, and sometimes you can just predict what's going to happen based off the judge that you are assigned. Shouldn't be that way, but it is. But this is a step in the right direction. Hopefully you enjoy this news. I know I did. I mean, that's a lot of judges immediately. And as his 4-year term and possibly 8-year term play out, there's going to be hundreds of more opportunities to put conservatives on the judicial panel. So I hope this brightens your day. I appreciate your time. Thank you for watching. Until the next time, this is Jared from Guns and Gadgets telling you to be safe, stay vigilant, and carry a weapon. Take care.